Hello and welcome to my draft review of my team for the LSD. It's not LSD like drug, it's just a league on Showdown. I know the name's kind of weird, but yeah, I guess we just get this started. I'm Lucas, I'm the coach of the Berlin Bucks in this league, and here you see my drafted team. I wanted to go in depth over every month I drafted and why I drafted them. So let's just get started, I guess. My first pick was Celestelia. I picked it because I really felt like it would be a very good. I think I was fifth pick, not really sure. Um, People started dropping weird stuff like Melee Vanette round one, so I just took my shot and picked Celestelia because it's a very good mon. You see, the defense stats and the offensive stats, those are pretty good. It's very balanced and got very good coverage. You can see here. As only down thing, part to the thing is it's lacking recovery. Only recovery move it gets is lead seed, and that's not the best move. So yeah. Then just let me see. What's the next pick I drafted? Actually was I drafted Mega Altaria, but kept swapping it for Lopani after the draft. I wanted to do the typical Celestelia Megalteria core, but yeah, things changed as I noticed Megalopony was still free at the end. So, yeah, let's just say I picked up Megalopony. That's busted mon in my opinion. It's all I can say about it. It's busted. It's very good attack. Even speed is kind of low actually, lower actually, but that's okay. It's very hard to deal with. It gets lots of coverage, but it most likely don't need them because fighting on normal type moves are going to hit everything because of Scrappy. Drain Punch setup abilities. You can get Magic Code in case you know he's going to Will-O-Wisp you, so you just can bounce that back. Yeah, there's lots of the stuff you can do with that. And that's what makes this mode so goddamn strong. Sorry, my voice, or like my voice is kind of cracked because I'm not that alright. I'm kind of ill, but yeah, still doing this because it had to be done. My next pick was Cresselia, another very defensive mon. This was a tier 2 pick, and I was like, wait, why? There is no reason this thing should be tier 2. So I thought about it, and I really figured that the core of Celestelia and Cresselia would be very terrifying to face. Like, this thing, setting up some Calm Minds behind a substitute, there's not much to do about that. It will just sweep you. And with Celestelia being my other main defensive mon, this is very dangerous for my opponent if they don't predict me right. That's why I drafted it. There's lots of good coverage moves as you can see. And there are some pretty funny things. Also, it gives me access to Trick Room. It might be good, but I don't think I'm going to use it. Yeah. Next one I drafted was Deck Trio. Because I had a plan with it. I dropped it to pick up, I think, just to have more points. So I just say the next thing I drafted was Mimikyu. It's my fairy type. Because I wanted to build out my fairy rank steel core with Celestelia. I originally had Megaltaria, but dropped those for Mimikyu, let's say. Mimikyu is one of those mons you don't really want to face. It has the disguise ability, basically giving it a free sword dance whenever it wants to set up. And yeah, also it gets his own C move. Yeah, let's snuggle forever. With Blayruff, nothing you're willing to take, trust me. I think it is. I think it is 160 base power, and that's nothing to joke with. Sorry. Also get priority in Shadow Sneak, Sword Stance Towns, Will-O-Wisp, Woodhammer, and again another Trick Room user. Rest of his moves are pretty okay. You can run Shadow Claw, Play Rough, you can even run a special one, but that's not really going to help you much, I guess. Let's continue with the final part of our Fairy Rank Steel Core, Gutra. Another very, very bulky mon with a base 150 special defense. This thing can take hits for days. Also, it gives me access to Zipper to cover my Lantern, but we will get to this later on. And yeah, look at this move pool. Isn't that amazing? I know most likely he's going to be Soul Blasted, but you can run this thing physical, special. There's basically no limits to what it can do. And yeah, it's bulky, so special hits won't really affect me that much anymore. You see where this team is heading, with very, very bulky mounts all over the board. I decided to pick up Lantern. I actually picked this in round 4, I guess. No, sorry, it was round 5. Yeah, round 5, I guess. This mon is mainly there to cover my Celestelia. Cause Celestelia is only weak to 2 things. Flying, fire and electric. Both of which Lantern can cover cause of its Volt Absorb ability. Its stats are okay, it wasn't tier 4 mon? And I think for tier 4 mon, that's something you can pick up. It gets pretty much most of the basic moves like Scald, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, it gets Thunder Wave, it gets Dazzling Gleam, and I was prepping for Leech Mat with this, and I realized this thing gets Sucker Punch. And its Sucker Punch might not be the strongest, but it can hit things like Alexam or maybe Place of Fallen very, very hard. And not many people will expect Sucker Punch from the Lantern. I know I haven't used it yet, but it isn't it is a move you can think of maybe see me using this season. We'll see. So this was the first half of my team. Let's continue with the second half of my team. We kind of get the lower tier mons here. So yeah. Basically, why I have this thing. I know it's not very good of a mon anyway, but I actually wanted to draft Hydreigon. But the problem was I forgot I had to pick 12 mons, so my points were limited and I needed the dark type. So yeah, I decided to go with this thing. It might not be the best mon, might not have the best stats, but it has Intimidate. That's something at least kind of good. Sorry. Also have Moxie, and again, it has some coverage. Not the best, but something you can work with, I guess. Being Play Rough, Elemental Fangs, I guess gets Ice Fang. Does it get the others? Yeah, it gets pretty much every Fang move except Psychic Fang. But that works. It's not the best one I know, but I think I can make it work. So, my other low tier mon is Arianas. I love bug-type Pokemons. Some might know, others don't. Many people said Arianas is a bad mon in their opinion, but I don't think it is. It gets sticky webs. That's pretty good. It gets baton pass to pass out maybe things like blustery attack from Foul Sting and kill, or don't know what you can do with that. But yeah, it gets Foul Stinger. There are things it can do. It gets Toxic Spike. It gets its own move. That's pretty cool. That sucker punch gets priority. This thing can hurt, and it will hurt if you underestimate it. You don't have the best abilities, I know, but this thing can work, trust me. I saw it do work, and it will do work at some point. Then we have Mammoth Wine. This was like, I was going to the drafted mons at the end of the draft, and was like, well, wait, so anyone, they didn't draft the Mammoth Wine, so I have enough points to afford it. I might just drop Dark Trio and get it. That's what I did. Picking up Mammoth Wine after the draft. We all know Mammoth Wine, we all hate it. Getting thick fat, being not that weak against his fire moves and ice moves, both of which I guess are at least super effective. Yeah, it gets lots of moves that can help you out. The ice moves, icicle speed, icicle crash, ice shot for priority. Gets earthquake from that attacks that is fatal. There's not much you can do about that not having a resistance for it. Also, it gets freeze dry. No, its special attack is not that high, but it gets walls by water types pretty easy. So freeze dry might help you out. Gets knockoff. Gets the ability to run corkscrew, cork crash, or however the C move for Ironhead is called, which is pretty good against fairy types. Get superpower, toxic, staff rocks. That's pretty much you can do. Endure in case you want to run. Not endure. Sorry. How's it called? Endeavor. Yeah. In case you want to run a focus sash. Thank you, Showdown. And in case you want to run a focus sash, staff rocks lead with Endeavor and Ice Shot to revenge kill anything or to get shit pretty low. That could work. Might not be the fastest, but in support with sticky webs and or trick room, this might be very, very good one. Next thing, the Manatine. I planned on getting Victini. That sadly got sniped, so I had to get another mon. And I know Victini is a very good mon. I can use very well, but the Manatine has the pro part of 140 attack, sheer force, and flare blitz. No weak rate of any Victini will keep up with that. This is basically a nuke button you can press if you don't have anything else to do. Just scuffed, this thing will take lives. Oh, and it gives me the ability to run, but probably will never happen. Send Motor Manatine. Maybe at the end of the season we can try to run it, but I don't think we will that soon. Gets pretty a wide fang of moves like Flare Blitz, Power Up. Well, don't use Power Up Punch if you run G-Force. This won't work. I tried it. Gets Rock Slide, Earthquake, Superpower, U-Turn. Pretty much everything you can use. Even gets Belly Drum, but that's not a good move at all on him. Yeah. I think this is a pretty solid pick. Was tier 3, I think, and that's this thing in tier 3 is nothing you want to joke with. Next up, we have our grass type and another ghost type. I know I've doubled up on them, but I needed a spinner, and this is a very good spinner. Being able to have 3 step moves in Ghost, Grass, and Steel with a Steelworker ability makes the thing very dangerous. Gets Anchor Shot move, which prevents your opponent from switching his mods. Gets Earthquake. Sadly, only physical grass move it gets is really Power Whip, but yeah, it's you're gonna miss it sometime, but that's okay. It gets Synthesis, Sword Stance, pretty much. Lots of the typical moves they can get. That gyro ball in case you want to hit something fast. Yeah, I picked it basically because I need a spinner. Because my team isn't really weak against rocks, except Mamo and Diamantine. But I really like the having the choice of spinning in case I need it. Also, it really likes taking ground moves from my Diamantine or maybe my Celesteela if there's gravity, which people will bring against it. But yeah, I get this. My last pick was Like a Rock. I actually wanted Like a Rock Dusk, but that was too expensive at that point, so I took the Midnight one. Midnight one is not the best one, not gonna lie. It gets the no guard ability, but that only really affects the Stone Edges it has. 100% Stone Edge hits is nothing to laugh about. You also get the Fang moves that get boosted by it, but yeah. We all know the feeling of missing a 59% accurate move. Yeah, I won't do that. It's pretty good. But overall, it's an okay mon. It does not get much of attacks, but it will get some. Maybe we can use it pretty good. Also, under rocks, under webs, this thing might take lives. Also, its attack set is not that bad. Priority will kill it. I know that it does not have that bulk, but it gets counter as its signature move. I don't understand that. But yeah, that's like a rock. So that's basically the team I drafted for this season. I think battles will go up on Wednesday, if I'm not completely wrong. Just let me check the Discord. You don't need to be there, Discord, just leave the... Thank you. Let me see. Yeah. Battles will be uploaded on Wednesday. I will do Team Builder on Sunday, I think. That's the best time I can record and upload them. And yeah, that's my team for the LSD, Elite Showdown. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for new battles, or the weekly battles. I really hope you enjoyed this video, just like I did making it. I really like my team I get here. It is really disgusting to face. And yeah, that's it for now. My name is Lucas, and I will catch you later.